Hello class, my name is Wesley. I'm an environmental studies major. For this project I decided to interview my neighbor. Lives right across the street from me. I've known her my whole life. She's been living in the same house since I was living in this house. I grew up with one of her kids who's moved out by now, but he's had some kids of his own, and I've known him for quite some time. So overall, just a really good family. I've known her for as long as I can remember since I've been living here. So she's been really nice to me. Yeah, very good family. It went pretty well. The interview overall went well. She was very happy to be interviewed by me because we're so busy, or I'm so busy nowadays with school and work and life. So I don't really see her as often as I used to when I was younger. So she was happy to have spent a little bit of time with me, more than she does now. So yeah, interview overall went well. Like I said, she was very happy to be interviewed by me. She used to be a teacher, so she loves education and curriculum and classes, everything like that. She used to teach elementary school, and that actually is what my interview focuses on most per se is her occupation. Not so much because I wanted to see, the social or the gender differences at the time that she was a teacher between male and female teacher, but because I actually aspired to be a teacher after I graduated college. So that's why I asked her a lot about her occupation, so she could give me some, tips and ideas and, stuff like that. So she was really cool about that. We talked a lot about occupation for sure. The answer that surprised me the most, it's funny, I asked her, for the questions I asked her, I was following mostly just the prompt that was given to us, and like I said, I added a lot of questions about occupation, but it's funny, the answer that surprised me most, I asked her, I think it was, what do you like to do for leisure, or something like that was the question, and I had no idea about this, I had no idea that she did this before the interview, but she told me, she says for leisure, she likes to consume a lot of cannabis, so she likes to smoke a lot of weed. Which was really funny because she's really old nowadays. I don't know, old is kind of rude, but she's older for sure. She's about 80-ish, and very interesting to see, to know that she partakes in the smoking of cannabis. So that answer definitely surprised me most, and it's even more funny because after the interview was over, or after I was done asking her all the questions, she wanted me to stay, make me dinner, classic older woman type stuff. Which was really cool, but we ended up smoking weed together, so that was pretty funny, pretty cool. I've never done that before, so that answer for sure surprised me the most because I feel like we're gonna start smoking weed together all the time now. So pretty funny. If you're against it, no big deal. It's legal in California. Just to let you know. Did I learn anything new about this person? For sure. Before I interviewed her, I didn't know too much about her past life, not past life, but like her life before I knew her, basically. I didn't know that she had faced adversities and struggles within, occupation, society, all those kinds of things. So it was definitely very interesting to learn these new things about her. And she had actually told me, too, about some struggles she had with marriages and, just how society, not so much society, but her parents had this expectation of her, how women are supposed to be in society and how, they're going to look down upon if you marry one man and then marry another and this and that. So definitely learned that about her. I never knew before that she had a previous marriage or just anything about her, older, when she was growing up, her older life. So that was definitely pretty cool to learn about. Biggest takeaway or life lesson I received from the interview, for sure, just like I said, the occupation was what we focused on most, because like I said, I'm trying to be a teacher and she was a teacher, and I don't think she knew before that I was actually interested in being a teacher. So she was really happy to see that, and she just gave me lots of tips and ideas and what to look out for, what to hope for, what to be expecting, this and that, about the job. So that's for sure probably the biggest takeaway I received from the interview, and there's definitely some life lessons I've learned from her as well. Just about how society should treat women, how we do treat women, how not just women either, but it's more so just an issue of race, gender inequality, racial inequality, economic inequality, educational inequalities, just all these inequalities that she's seen firsthand because she was a victim of one of the inequalities, which is gender inequality, and of course that came with societal inequalities, and for a majority of her life she was struggling with finances too. So economic inequality, but she was able to put herself through school and become a teacher, which overall helped her life for the better for sure. So yeah, it definitely was a very good interview overall, and we'll be looking forward to writing the paper on it for sure.